12-year-old Aisha had never seen snow before. Growing up in Nigeria, where the sun blazed almost year-round, she had only read about snow in books. But now, living with her aunt in Canada for the holidays, she finally got to experience it. On the morning of her first snowfall, Aisha rushed outside, letting the soft flakes land on her hands. She laughed, twirling in the cold, fresh air. But the joy didn't last long. By the afternoon, a snowstorm rolled in, covering the neighborhood in a thick, icy blanket. Aisha's aunt, Mama Tund, frowned as she looked out the window. "We need to check on Mrs. Robinson next door," she said. Mrs. Robinson was an elderly woman who lived alone. She had trouble walking and relied on neighbors for help. Aisha wasn't excited about the idea. The snow was deep, and the wind was howling. But when Mama Tund handed her a thermos of hot soup and some blankets, she wrapped herself in a thick coat and followed her aunt. When they arrived at Mrs. Robinson's house, they found her power was out, and she was shivering under a pile of blankets. "Thank you, dears," she whispered as they wrapped her in warm clothes and gave her the hot soup. Just as they were about to leave, the door burst open, and a boy about Aisha's age stumbled in. It was Liam, their neighbor, covered in snow. "I tried to check on my grandma down the street, but the snow is too high," he panted. Aisha hesitated. It was already difficult getting here. How could they help someone even farther away? But Mama Tund nodded. "Let's work together." They grabbed shovels from Mrs. Robinson's shed and started clearing a path. Aisha's arms ached, and her nose felt frozen, but with each shovelful, she felt a sense of purpose. Liam and Aisha took turns carrying food and blankets while Mama Tund guided them.